Hey guys, what's going on? It's SORROWFUL here, and MapleStory is currently down for maintenance. But before I really get into things, I want us all to take a deep breath and actually take in what's happening to MapleStory right now while it's under maintenance. If you actually think about it, these changes are actually very historic for MapleStory, and these changes are possibly the biggest changes that have ever been made to the game. And it's pretty crazy to actually think about it, because some of the things that are being changed are things that we've had for so many years, such as the 50 mil damage cap. We've had that cap for over 4 years now, and for it to finally be changed is mind-blowing if you actually take it in. I know a lot of you guys may not have been able to reach that 50 mil damage cap, but for the players that have gotten to reach it and achieve it, and perhaps want to go past that, it's such a amazing thing to be able to get to work towards. Even if you haven't hit the 50 mil damage cap, now you have an even further cap to work towards, although it's pretty damn near impossible. But things like that, things like the UI that we've had for so long, it's not the old school UI, I know, but I think we've had this current UI ever since Big Bang or something like that, which has been like, how many years, like 6 or something? So the changes that are happening are absolutely mind-blowing, and I feel like while the game is on maintenance, just take in the MapleStory that we all got to play, because believe it or not, one day down the road there's going to be players saying, you remember before the 5 patch? Do you remember MapleStory before the 5 patch? And then the real OG players will be like, you remember before Big Bang? And then the ones that are going to be like 50 years old are going to be like, you remember beta? So it's just crazy, because think about it, that's going to be the future, and I've been really thinking about it, and the changes that are happening are just mind-blowing. I mean, it might be the same case for some of you guys, the way it is for me, where MapleStory is a pretty big part of my life, and it has been for the 10 years that I've been playing the game. And if that's the case for you, then you'll be able to get what I'm saying more than probably someone who just plays it casually, because like I said, the changes that are happening are absolutely massive, and I think we should try and appreciate the MapleStory that we had. I'm not saying the game's going to be completely different, it's just appreciate what we had, and then be excited for what's to come, kind of thing. The maintenance is supposed to last until 4 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, but even if it gets pushed back, I'll be okay with it, and I hope we could all agree to not flame Nexon for extending this maintenance if that's to happen. It's probably one of the biggest patches that has ever happened. Not probably, it literally is one of the biggest, if not the biggest patch to ever hit MapleStory ever. So I mean, by all means, if they need a little extra time or a lot extra time, they're already bringing us the patch sooner than we all expected. So if they need a little extra time, that's fine with me, and I hope you guys could support that as well. So with all that mushy talk out of the way, kind of wanted to just go over some of these things. I've never looked at the patch notes yet. I probably should have, to give you guys a more informative video. However, I kind of just wanted to go off the top and kind of just read through a couple things with you guys. However, before I forget, I do want to take a look at the cash shop updates. If you're like me, even though I don't really participate in cash shop deals and stuff like that, unless it's like cubes or something, I always check them out, right? You never know what's going to be in there, and you want to see what's going on. So I do want to point out a couple things in the cash shop deals for you guys, just so you guys have a little bit of insight for you newer players or players coming back for the 5 patch specifically. And so where are we? This is a pretty long list here. So they usually start off with the premium style boxes. Don't worry about that, unless of course you want to surprise yourself or something. But what I really wanted to point out is, this is a pretty cool feature, by the way, the mixed die coupon is pretty cool. Where is it? Sorry guys. Okay, so discounted random meso sacks. Please, I'm not trying to say, don't buy an X, because as someone who wants to support MapleStory and Nexon, because it's a game that like I said, means so much to me, I'm not here to say don't buy an X, but however, if you are going to buy an X, which is completely fine, do not buy these random meso sacks, okay? I did testing with them multiple times. I even have a video where I spent, I don't know, 30 to 60k NX on these discounted bags, and it's simply not worth it. So please do not fall for this little trap, as I like to call it. whether that's Nexon's intentions or not. But guys, especially you new players out there, PSA, public service announcement, do not spend NX on these discounted Meso bags. Okay, so that's first things first. I'll have a link to the video in an annotation that popped up right there in the top right of this video, so you guys could look at that. And this is a really good deal here. Again, if you're a new player, your account doesn't have too many slots or something like that, this is a really good deal. I could tell you from you know, an experienced player point of view. I don't think I've ever seen these coupons go this cheap. So if you wanna invest in a couple but you're not sure if it's a really good deal, take it from me, it is a good deal. However, it's only if you really want those extra slots right now and right away, because typically they always give out you know, character slots during events that are just like participation events, so they're super easy to get. So yeah, if you just really want some character slots ASAP, then go ahead and do that. Another thing I wanted to touch on real quick is the pre-leveled character cards. Don't be afraid of people judging you if you buy a level 150 character. Let me just start with that, because people might not understand that not everyone has all the free time in the world. However, you still want to play the game and you still want to enjoy, you know, higher level content. So by all means, a level 150 character is worth 25k NX in my opinion, especially if you're a busy person. So don't be afraid to buy that. You could take it from me. I do truly believe it's a pretty damn good deal. So if you don't have all the time and you want to skip those early levels, feel free to invest some NX in that and get yourself started with a decent level character. But let's head back to the patch notes, guys. Hopefully you found that little bit of information a little bit useful, especially again for you new players, because I know a lot of people, or hopefully a lot of people, are going to be coming back for the 5 patch, and hopefully a lot of you guys see this video. Otherwise, you know, my frequent viewers are just like, okay, SORROWFUL, shut the fuck up, keep going about the other stuff. Hopefully you guys could understand, though. I'm just trying to help out the new players and get them off to a better start than they would be without this information. So a couple things that you guys should, you know, prepare for in the downtime. So I don't know if all of you guys know this, hopefully you do by now, but the actual 5th job is not coming in this patch. That's going to be in about 2 weeks from now. What is coming is all these things right here. So the UI revamp, the damage cap removal, which a lot of players who hit cap, pretty much all players who hit cap, are excited about. Reduce leveling curve, so you could, it's like Nexon trying to better help you prepare for the 5th job update. They're reducing the leveling curve 2 weeks in advance so that you have time to level up to 200, so you're not out of the loop, so you're not left behind, so you could get your 5th job advancement along with your friends and get it all together at the same time instead of being, you know, a little behind on the level. So if you haven't reached level 200 yet, you have 2 more weeks-ish to do so with reduced leveling curves. So definitely no excuses for that. I'm going to test it out myself personally as well. I wish I did a little, I really wish I did a little before and after testing on like a level 185 character, train for 30 minutes before the patch and then 30 minutes after the patch, and see the difference in the amount of EXP I get, just so we had an example. I'm really salty that I didn't do that now that I think about it. And then we have the auction house. I'd never thought the auction house would make it over to GMS. To see that it is, it's actually really exciting to me, and I'm actually really stoked for that. I will be uploading videos on whatever is new that I feel needs to be covered. So if you guys are new and you're seeing my videos for the first time, or you're new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, because anything that needs to be explained, in my opinion, will be explained on my channel. So you'll have those to look forward to, and you could also subscribe to other YouTube MapleStory creators, because they're probably going to be doing the same thing as well. So to get the best out of, to get the most information, it's probably best to subscribe to a couple, or you know, your top 3 or top 5 favorite. But if you really want to show the love, then just subscribe to all MapleStory YouTubers and interact with the community that they have on their own channels. Another cool thing is the character name change. So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the patch notes or stuff like that, but pretty much character name changes are going to be instantaneous. They're no longer, you no longer have to wait, you know, months or weeks for a patch to come and change your name. As soon as if you're changing your name to an available name, it'll change instantaneously. Honestly, I don't really know how they're doing that. I feel like it's so amazing that they are doing that, and that's really cool. So if you know you have your main and it has a name that you hate or something, I think it's still going to cost 10k NX, but you're able to change that name. So Really cool change. Bug fixes, stat changes. Stat changes is really important. You guys are going to want to familiarize yourself with this little this menu right here, because it changes things like crit rate, defense, accuracy, and a couple other stats. So if you want to be in the loop and up to date, you're going to want to you know, familiarize yourself like that with that, like I said. And again, if I feel it needs explaining in more detail than the description they give, I'll go ahead and make a video on it. And of course, you know, they got a better Maple system, changes things like the link skill UI being much more intuitive and easier to use. And that's all I really remember, because that shit is like amazing. So yeah, we got events. You guys could read through those. Mega burning project. Obviously, you're gonna want to use this on the character you plan to main, or if your main is already above level, you know, 150 or 200, then go ahead and use it on a second main or a link skill. Do whatever you want with it. And a lot of people like asking me, SORROWFUL, do you know when the X class is going to be available for creation again? And truth is, I have no way of telling. I could usually just estimate, but there's no guarantee, obviously, that my estimate is going to be accurate. So just look right here, Beast Tamer 0, going to be able for creation again. If you guys think you're ever going to want to play those classes, just make it right now, because a lot of people are sad when, you know, the creation goes away and they don't have one and they have to wait months. So just make it ahead of time. I'm pointing it out to you guys right now. You guys can see it for yourselves on the webpage. And yeah, just some other events. So that's pretty much, I just kind of wanted to have a little discussion with you guys, and really just, let's all just soak it up and really take in what's really happening to the game that we all play and loved and have shared you know, so much memories with all together. For, you know, whatever portion of our lives that we've played the game. For me, it's a very large portion. For you, maybe it's a, you know, decent amount of time that you spent on the game way back in the day. And whether you're new or old, I hope you're all looking forward to what's to come, and I hope to see you all in game. With that being said, thank you all for watching. Stay calm and Maple on. This has been a SORROWFUL production. And again, if you guys want to see more stuff regarding the 5 patch, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Peace.